What's up, Sparks? My name is Chris. Welcome back to Sparkplug TV. Oh, hey, sorry, I was just looking at plasma donation clinics so that I could afford to make these YouTube videos. Now, if you want to help me not have to give away my literal lifeblood and help me get some sponsors, then do me a couple of favors. Like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This one doesn't look too sketchy. So today I'm super stoked to have one of my favorite German engineered midsize SUVs to review. When you look at this car, what do you think of? Me personally, I think of being rich. I think of a real housewife. And just like a real housewife, this also got a facelift from the previous ML models, as well as a renaming to place it between the GLC and the GLS class. Fun fact, the first ever Mercedes midsize SUV, the W163, was first on sale in 1998 and came with an optional third row, as well as it was highly praised for being the first ever luxury SUV to offer electronic stability control. Now, I'm reviewing the 2018 model and not the 2022 because this GLE is actually the last base model GLE with a naturally aspirated V6. And if I'm being really real, it's because I haven't really established myself in the YouTube community yet, and I'll literally review whatever anybody gives me at this point. Now, the newest base models offer a turbocharged 4-cylinder, which are fine, but the used car market is hot right now for naturally aspirated engines as they don't have turbo lag that gearheads despise so much. Now, at the time of sale, the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLE 350 had an MSRP around $52,000. You could, however, option it up to about $70,000, and it comes with 5 trim levels. An option of 4MATIC 4-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, say that 3 times fast, and 3 powertrain options. Now, I know you're probably saying to yourself, but wait, Chris, why haven't you referred to this as the AMG GLE 63 or the AMG GLE 43? And that, my friend, is because this is what I refer to as a reverse sleeper car. For those of you that aren't aware, a sleeper car is a high-performance vehicle with an unassuming exterior. This, however, is the opposite. The AMG line exterior package, which this one has, the AMG body styling, including the 20-inch 5-spoke AMG wheels, but it lacks the twin-turbo V8 or V6 engine. Instead, this model only has the naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 engine, outputting 302 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque, and a 7-speed automatic transmission. Don't sleep on this reverse sleeper though, because even though it might not have the AMG twin turbocharged engine, it still gets up and goes. 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds and a top speed of 130 miles an hour. Sadly, however, it still doesn't beat out the BMW X5 or the Audi Q5. And oh, you want to talk about options? Good God, does this thing have options? Are you ready? Navigation system, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, power tailgate, auto leveling LED headlights, massage chairs, heated steering wheel, 14-speaker Harman Kardon sound system, rain sense windshield wipers, heated and cooled cup holders, ambient lighting, keyless entry, in-vehicle Wi-Fi, dual zone automatic climate control, steering pilot, lane keep assist, moonroof, rear passenger shade screens, radar guided cruise control, parking pilot, 360-degree camera, heated and cooled seats, soft closing doors, front and rear parking sensors, and on top of all of that, it even does your laundry. Ugh. Can't I just do this inside? Ugh. As you can tell, there's a reason this unibody luxury SUV is just so friggin' popular. Not only has it held its value over the years, but it still stands out amongst your run-of-the-mill midsize SUVs. Speaking of standing out, I personally think that the piece de resistance of this car is the front end. It has a lower body that extends down towards the ground. These headlights are super dramatic. Not much has changed on the back end. The only thing that's changed from the previous model is probably the rear backup lights. The rear backup lights used to be right here, and then they moved them down here for some reason. Not sure why, but everything else is pretty much the same. I think this is probably the least interesting part of this car is the back end, but it does make for some pretty decent trunk space. Is my laundry. Still didn't fold it. And it also comes with this privacy screen. It's pretty nice, even though the back windows are already tinted. You can also lock the trunk with this button here. Let's talk dimensions and towing capability. The GLE can actually tow about 6,600 pounds, or the equivalent weight of a blue whale's tongue. I'm not kidding, Google it. The wheelbase is about 114 inches, but the overall length of the vehicle itself is 190 inches, adding 1 inch from the ML. With optional active suspension system, the ride height fluctuates based on your current driving situation. Therefore, the ride height can be anywhere between 68 and 71 inches high. The width is about 77 inches, which is adding 1 more inch from the ML model. Alright, so because this GLE has so many options in it, I can't necessarily showcase all of them, or this would be a 30-minute video, and I don't want that, because that would be boring. Now, the one feature that I do want to show, that's my favorite feature on this whole car, is not necessarily new technology, but I still think it's a pretty great party trick. I'm going to show y'all the parking pilot. Now, the parking pilot is pretty simple. If you're going under 20 miles an hour, it will search for a parking spot. It only does parallel parking. I'm pretty sure the newer models can go into a regular parking spot, but this one only provides you with the ability to go into a parallel parking spot, which is not that useful here out in the sticks, but if you were in a major city like New York, LA, Philadelphia, whatever, that would definitely be a lot more useful. I do see a spot right up there. I've never seen that car before, and we're gonna try it out. So let's go ahead and let the car look for the spot. And as you can see in the top part of the gauge cluster, it's already populated a small blue P for parking. That means that the car is now currently searching for a spot. And once the car has found the spot, it will populate an arrow in the direction that it's ready to park. So once the arrow has been populated, then you just hit the reverse button, and then it says start parking pilot. And of course we want to do that, so we're going to hit OK. All you got to do is let your foot off the brake, and it does the rest for you. Right, then you go forward, and then it shoots you another message that says parking pilot is finished. Even though the Mercedes GLE 350 isn't the tallest SUV in the market, the minute that you step into it, it feels like you're high up, almost like a truck or a full-size SUV. The dashboard is just as high as the hood, and it has this regal feeling that Mercedes should give to the driver. You know, they didn't change much of the interior from the ML. The only thing that they probably did change was the infotainment screen. They kind of popped it out. It's just a comfier ride. It glides up to 60 miles an hour. It feels like you're just gliding along. It doesn't feel like it's working to go anywhere. And that's only in comfort mode. Now, it does have individual, which you can obviously change to your own liking. It has sport, and it has snow. So real quick, I'm gonna put it into sport mode. And then I'm also gonna put it into manual mode, as there are paddle shifters. I think one hidden feature of this Mercedes, and I think on all of the Mercedes that not a lot of owners know about, is the fact that if you press the brake all the way in, that'll activate the auto hold option. Because most cars, the auto hold is a button they have to press in order to engage it, but on the Mercedes, it's always been just you press the brake in. All right, first gear, let's get it. Look, that might not be as fast as my Elantra. I don't even remember the 0 to 60 of the Elantra, but I just love the way that naturally aspirated engine sounds. It's just, ooh. I think that's why the used car market is so hot for it right now, because you can't get that sound out of a turbocharger. I mean, the turbochargers do sound nice, but I just think that it is just, wow, it's just chef's kiss. I don't know, I don't really have anything too negative to say about this car, other than the fact that I used to have an ML350, and when I had the ML, it was the very, very base level, you know, Mercedes. Even though it still came with a lot of options, it was a 2015 ML350, and it just was lacking this level of like comfort and style. I referred to the ML350 as a mommobile, but this is not a mommobile. This is badass. Comment and let me know what your favorite part about the GLE 350 is. Alright, so now I'm at a stoplight. I'm gonna shift it down to 1, and then I'm going to blast off yet again. paddle shifters are not as responsive as maybe say like an Audi Q5. The Audi Q5, you can hear it like thunking underneath the car, and it's quick, rapid gear change. This one, it seems like it's thinking a little bit more, but nonetheless, it's still nice to have paddle shifters and be able to choose your own gear. With this GLE, the seats also not only have the massage chair option, but have a bevy of customizable options for you to choose from to give you the maximum amount of comfort that you could possibly stand. Additionally, if you go under the vehicle settings on the infotainment screen and you go to seat settings, you can change the bottom seat surface, the backrest sides, the lumbar, and obviously you can do the massage. Alright Sparks, well before I end today's video, I just wanted to give everybody who watched my first video a huge shout out and a huge thank you for supporting me, even just within my first video. I have spent a lot of time, energy, and effort planning and trying to put this whole thing together and really make my dreams a reality, as I so jokingly said in my first video. But obviously Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was Beyonce. So if you have any comments or suggestions about how I can make these videos better, or what kind of content you'd like to see, please comment down below. But just thank you again, I really do appreciate it. So, well, on that note, till next time, Sparks, bye. But this is, however, the opposite. The AMG line, okay.